a very sweaty Greenlands. It's Monday and in the UK it is forecast to be 36 degrees Celsius. Now, many of you in hot countries will say that's not hot. In the UK it's hot. We do not have AC in our houses and our houses are not designed for hot weather. So yeah, it is baking in the spare room where I record the commentary for these videos. There may be a bit of extra background noise because I have the window and a door open, so it's hot and it's only 10 AM. Anyway, we have some work to do on the farm today. That does not stop just because it is incredibly hot. Starting off giving the cows some straw because we have baled straw now, and also I want to put some of the manure into the BGA. I was keeping this because I was going to spread some manure, but we produce so much solid fertilizer from the dryer that I don't think we need to worry about that. So we're going to stick it through the BGA and make some cash and some more digestate, which we can make into fertilizer. So yeah, seemed like a sensible idea in the end. And we probably will do some digestate spreading, so at some point I need to store some of that, but for now we are turning it all into fertilizer. And obviously last video we harvested the oats and we have the main body of the field to get baled, so we're going to get that done, still using the Xerion. I should probably take the jewels off, I think, but we are going to need this soon to do some silage compacting, so maybe not. It does make an impressive baling tractor. Once we've got the grass baled, or the straw baled, we are going to put grass into these two fields. I was originally going to do it as a cover crop, but actually, if you remember, I did say I was going to rotate my grass pastures. So field 43 and 44 are going to become grass pastures, and some of the fields that are grass now we're going to turn into arable fields next year. So I'm going to try and rotate things around a bit more. I don't know, but I feel that might make it a bit more interesting for me to play rather than mowing the same fields every few months. And yeah, I just thought something different that I could do, so that's the plan. So get these baled and then we are going to drill them with grass. That should mean we get a cut off of them in the autumn, which will be a bonus because there's more silage we can put through the BGA to pay more off the loan. We are going very heavy on silage on this Let's Play, basically because I need to generate so much cash to pay the loan off. Around it we are running a pretty successful dairy farm. We are producing chocolate and we've got all the canola oil and stuff, but yeah, mainly we are a silaging operation. Actually, we've got beef going as well and the sheep, so maybe we're not just a silaging operation. When Maize Plus releases, I will be adding that into here, which is why I'm keeping so much silage around. You will see in the next video we start to cut the corn for silage, and all of that is going to be kept. Because I think it will be within this game year that we add Maize Plus in. I'm hopeful, so we need to keep all the feed for the cows because it's going to get insane. And so yeah, a lot of the fields at the farm are really focused around feeding the cows, whereas the mega field is focused on making money. I did ask on the last video, and I actually did a poll for the patrons, and they have decided that we are going to buy fields around the farm rather than expanding down in the mega field area. So that's the plan, and we'll be getting to that later in this video. And I have an area of the map that I want to try and buy whilst we're progressing, and I figure buying land is pretty safe because it's almost the same as paying the loan off. We still have the value of the land, and as we get towards the loan being paid off, we can sell that excess land off and release the capital that's there. So yeah, I feel buying land is a good way to use some of the cash that we're making, and it's gonna make more income. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm still toying with grapes actually on here. I was looking at think that's all of the straw baled. We'll come back to grapes and me getting stuck. So I think we are now going to grab the cedar. We'll just get the baler popped up for now. We will need that again, and we'll stick the Xerion away. And we should probably clear the bales before we worry about seeding grass, shouldn't we? Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm still toying with grapes. I was looking at a red wine factory was released, and I was looking at that, and I don't think that stacks up. But I then realised that I don't know if Giants have changed it, but the productions for grapes actually give you some pretty insane gains financially. So I'm still thinking that we might spread into grapes on here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to fund it, but I'm thinking that we might spread into grapes on here. So yeah, let me know if you think that would be interesting. We had all of the coffee stuff release at the weekend. That's a lot like grapes as well. I expect there will be a million new Let's Plays starting on that map with people harvesting coffee. There's some interesting equipment in that pack. There was another spreader, which I'm assuming is going to be like the Yan and the other one because it's made by the same modding team. But probably a good option for your liming with precision farming. But there were some spreaders that liquid herbicide and fertilizer spreaders, which look like quite good value, and the self-propelled planter, which seemed really intriguing. I may have to have a look at that at some point. Speaking of precision farming, tomorrow or Thursday, I'm not sure when I'm going to get to record it, I will be releasing a video on customizing precision farming. So some of the things that I and probably you find really annoying, I will be showing you how to adjust, like when you load up a map in August when all your fields are full of almost grown or ready to harvest crops. The fields have no lime or fertilizer level, so we're going to fix that. Lime usage, because I know that can be an issue, particularly on big maps, so we're going to have a look at that. Nitrogen usage, if you want to play with that as well. So yeah, a few things with precision farming that we will be covering in, say, Wednesday or Thursday's video. I'm just not sure when I'm going to get that recorded. If I can get it recorded today after work, it'll be Wednesday. If not, it'll be Thursday. I have a feeling that by the time I finish work, I may have melted, so may not be doing that. Getting the grass in now. I've not bothered with fertilizer. I probably should have, because we produce so much solid fert. I have a feeling that I actually forgot that this takes fertilizer when I was driving over, and then just decided not to bother. But what I do want to add in, and I had forgotten to activate, is the seedbed reconciliation mod, which basically makes it so that the seeder rolls the ground behind it itself. I think that's, it feels like it's moderately realistic, and if you look at the back of some of these seeders, they have a lot of closing wheels, so it's on here anyway. We have added that in, and you can see now we are getting the rolled texture behind our seeder. Now, I'm not going to bring the roller over and do that a little bit that we have missed. I honestly don't care. The gain from rolling is so small, and it's such a small area of the field, and these two fields are going to yield so much grass, it's going to be nuts. I think they are pretty massive. Probably what we'll do is trade out 3 of our grass fields, certainly the bigger grass field, so I think this field 79 we will be I think it's 76 or 79. We will be ploughing the grass in probably after first cut next year. We might go for an early first cut, because I think that's going to go for corn next year. I used to love with seasons in FS19 that with the actual crop rotation you had to do with the yield effects, that if you did corn after grass, you got a really nice bonus. So I'm still doing that on here quite a lot, just because, and you get a bonus grass cut basically. So I figure it's worth it just for that. And it means the field doesn't sit empty for half of the year, which it kind of does with corn. So You plant it quite late. If you're harvesting it for silage, you can harvest it quite early. We're going to be cutting the first of the cornfields at the end of July, so we could, and I'm not sure what to plant in the mega field next. Again, comment below if you've got opinions on what we should put in the mega field next. I'm not doing poplar. Kartek, shut up. But yeah, I'm curious as to what people think we should put in there as a big cash crop. Maybe a big soybean harvest. That might be an interesting one. If I'm not completely soybeaned out from competitive multiplayer. But yeah, I'm pondering maybe a big soybean harvest. That might be kind of fun. And we'll probably do grass cuts again around the BGA or around that area. I want to put more trees in up there as well, actually, which might stop us mowing the grass. So we'll see. We might get a smaller mower for up there. Maybe the little self-propelled one. Yeah, slightly narrower. With the amount of grass fields on here, I would really love to buy a big M. Maybe if one crops up in the sale, we could pick one up. And our mowers are pretty big anyway, but it just feels like the level of grass work we're doing, we should maybe have a big M. Don't know. It would certainly speed things up, I think. And yeah. I'd meant to listen to the Giants podcast before I started recording these. Just to see what they are up to and talking about. It's FarmCon this weekend, and I think Thursday and Saturday they will be streaming bits of FarmCon on Twitch, so I would definitely watch that, because there's usually some interesting information in there. I will probably be watching them, possibly not live. I might watch the Saturday one live, the Thursday one probably not, and it will be interesting to see what they announce at those. Really enjoyed last year when they streamed pretty much all of it. It was really in building the hype for FS 22, and because of COVID and stuff meant that they couldn't actually hold it in person. It should be interesting. Kind of looking forward to there's a content creator panel which I think they are streaming, which is going to have DJ Goham, Pharmacop, Virtual Farmer, and Farm Sim Guy on, which is going to be kind of cool. It's interesting that our Farm Sim Guy started at the same point I did, pretty much. He's clearly significantly more successful than I am with his 50,000 subscribers, but yeah, really interesting to I think get some tips from him, because he's a professional in the industry, sort of. He just works in something to do with content creation and stuff. So yeah, we are going to buy field 46 as the first of our new fields, £230,000. The yield potential is not, or I should say it's 94%, so it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to use course plate to do the crop scanning whilst I get on with some fertilizing, because we have those two fields that have grass seed in now, and then we'll have to have a look at whether we need to lime or fertilize the new field. Used Fendt 700, and we'll grab some fertilizer and get those done. We'll just bung it on automatic application. And yeah, I'd say these fields are going to yield a lot of grass, I think. So we'll do anything we need to with field 46. It is ready to mow, but I'm going to wait until I think August. We're going to do second cut. And had planned to do it all for hay, but I think we're going to have so much grass that we'll probably do some silage as well. We'll maybe bale some silage up as well. We'll be doing a lot of hay. Probably we'll try and estimate roughly how much hay we can fit in the shed, mow enough for around that, and then the rest will silage and sell, because that's what we do. We make silage and we sell it. So just grabbing this little middle bit. I took it off course plate because it had scanned most of the field, but still had a bit of driving to do. So 3 grand's worth of soil sampling. And I missed what just flashed up on the screen, but I think this field is okay. So we'll just leave that as is. We'll park the class up next to the class and the class. So no, we do need a little bit of fertilizer on there. So having a nice mix of machinery on here. Actually, I really enjoy playing this farm. I would say it's unusual for me to have all of the kit that I need, but actually even on Calmston it's getting that way with the contracts, and the vehicle sales are game changing for most of my Let's Plays. Really like them. I do use the vehicle sales system customizer, I think it's called, which puts more vehicles into the used section on the store, which I think is, you know, an agricultural dealership only having 4 random used vehicles for sale is kind of not realistic in my view. So that's that field fertilized. I think we may have one more grass field to do. Yep, just need to get this one done and we will call it a day. I don't think I did any more jobs after this. I am trying to edit the videos closer to when I record the commentary, so I know what I did in them, and I am getting better at making notes. I'm going to say thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button, comment below. Also, thank you to the channel members and the patrons. Yes, I forgot to put you in. Sorry. I will try and be better at that. And I will catch you next time on Greenlands.